I always thought family meant loyalty. Turns out, family can lie harder than strangers. My name's David, 32, and I never imagined my little sister Mia could betray me. Not the one I talked to ride a bike, shared pizza slices with, stayed up late talking about dreams. It started with a text I wasn't supposed to see. "Can't wait to see you tonight, heart. Everything is ready." I frowned. Who's texting her like that at midnight? Curiosity isn't usually dangerous. This time, it was explosive. I followed her the next day. Nothing reckless, just enough to see the truth. She wasn't just at her usual job. She was signing contracts, giving presentations, in my name. My name. My career. My life. Every achievement, every respect I'd earned, she was taking it. Smiling in boardrooms, shaking hands, pretending she was me. I went home that night staring at the ceiling, shaking. She came in, laughing, acting like nothing had changed. And I realized, in the span of 24 hours, my sister wasn't just breaking rules. She was erasing me. I clenched my fists, tasting anger, betrayal, and something darker. A plan was forming. Because Mia might have stolen my life, but she hadn't stolen my revenge. The next morning, I couldn't just sit there. I needed proof. Solid, undeniable proof. I logged into my work accounts, emails, files, client lists. Everything had been touched, edited, redirected, signed by her, Mia, my sister. I called a meeting with one of our biggest clients, pretending to be calm. The client smiled, then paused. "David, we've been talking to Mia the last month. She's handling your accounts now?" It hit me like a punch. Not only was she impersonating me, she was convincing everyone that she was me. Every email, every deal, every word I'd worked for. Stolen. I followed her again after work. She didn't even notice me. Laughing, carrying folders like trophies, every gesture claiming my life as hers. Back at home, I stared at the walls filled with family photos. We grew up together, shared secrets, dreams, mistakes. And in one cruel twist, she had stepped into my shoes, leaving me invisible in my own life. That night, I didn't sleep. I traced every move, memorized every habit, every contact, every lie she used. Because betrayal might have given her temporary power, but I was already planning the moment she would wish she never crossed me. I couldn't rush it. One wrong move, and Mia would vanish like she hadn't existed, taking my life with her. Patience became my weapon. Observation, my ally. I started small. Emails I knew she'd read, subtle changes in documents, tiny corrections that would make her pause, just enough to make her question her control. She noticed. I could see it in her eyes when she glanced at me during dinner, pretending everything was normal. I mapped her entire schedule, meetings, clients, even the little coffee runs she thought I'd never remember. Every handshake, every signature, a footprint. And I memorized them all. I contacted people outside her circle, old colleagues, forgotten clients. Casually, innocently, I reminded them of the real David. Confusion spread in her perfect little world like ripples on water. Every day, I became more invisible, yet more powerful. Mia laughed, thinking she was untouchable. But while she played, I learned, I waited, I calculated. Because revenge isn't about rage, it's about precision. And when the moment came, I would reclaim everything she stole and make sure she felt the weight of every betrayal. It was a Thursday morning when I struck. Mia walked into the boardroom, confident, flawless, thinking she was untouchable. I was already there. The clients, the contracts, the proof, everything she had stolen, documented, and exposed. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I let the evidence speak. One by one, I showed them. Forged emails, misdirected payments, meetings she had pretended to lead. Every signature, every lie, meticulously traced back to her. Her face went pale, eyes wide, lips trembling. She opened her mouth, but no words came. I stood there, calm, controlled. The David she had tried to erase. "Do you remember me?" I asked softly. Not a question, a statement. Boardroom silence, clients nodding, colleagues staring. Her empire of lies crumbling, piece by piece. When she finally left, shoulders hunched, pride shattered, I didn't celebrate. I didn't gloat. I just exhaled, finally free. Because revenge isn't about making someone suffer. It's about reclaiming your life and reminding the world that you are never invisible. Mia learned it the hardest way. I learned it the only way that mattered.